Welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show. I am James Boslaw, your Fredericksburg area realtor and vacation rental investor. And this show is all about real estate in the Fredericksburg area, the Fawn Lake Community, and the vacation rental space. I help people buy and sell homes because I believe that everyone should grow their wealth as they live in or own a home that they love. I also believe that everyone should feel confident when buying or selling a home, and confidence comes when you are well educated and informed. And that's what this show is all about. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show, where in today's episode, I'm going to go over the real estate statistics for the Fawn Lake community in and through the month of November of 2025. A lot of interesting data to go over as we get so close to the very end of the year, so I'm going to jump right into that right now. First, what we're going to look at is the month of November of 2025, and then we'll compare that to the month of November of 2024. And when we do that, this is what we find. The overall sold dollar volume is down 22%. So less activity on the sales end. The average sales price is up 0.33%. So not even up 0.5% on the average sold price. So we'll just call it flat or about the same. The median sold price is actually down 0.5%. So you're almost up on average 0.5%. The median's down 0.5%. Once again, we'll call it flat or pretty even on that. As far as units sold, that is down 22%. We've had 7 homes sold in the month of November of this year, whereas in last year there were 9 homes that sold in the month of November. As far as the average days on market, it has gone up 52% this November compared to last November. What does that mean? It means that November of this year, it's taking a home on average 38 days for it to go under contract, whereas in last year, it only took about 25 days. So homes are taking longer to sell in this year's month of November versus last year's month of November. But this might be one of the most telling signs and one of the most important stats that I'm going to share with you today. But in the month of November of this year, homes sold for 96% of the original list price. What that means is that buyers are purchasing homes for 4% less than what they are listed for. That is a very clear sign that the buyer has more and more leverage than what we've seen for the last several years. As far as active listings goes, we are up quite a bit. There is 28 active listings as of November of this year, whereas in last year there was 17 active listings. So that's a 65% increase in active listings. Inventory is growing here in Fawn Lake. More and more homes are hitting the market. As far as how people are purchasing these homes, the 7 homes that closed in the month of November, 3 were purchased using a VA loan, 3 were purchased using conventional loan, and 1 was purchased using cash. Now, those are the stats for the month of November of this year compared to November of last year. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the year-to-date stats, which once again, it's going to give you a bigger picture of what's going on. It's not just looking at 1 month in a smaller market. It's looking at 11 months. Can you believe this? We are almost to the end of the year. The next episode that I have will go over the yearly stats, but as far as January through November of this year compared to January through November of last year, this is what we find. The overall sold dollar volume is down about 6.5%. So less movement, less activity this year versus last year. The average sold price is up 2.5%, and the median sold price is up 1%. Now, I've shared this on previous episodes, but I'm going to share it again because I don't think that this stat tells the whole story. Yes, average prices are up 2.5%, and median sold price is up 1%. However, what we're seeing on the ground in the neighborhood is that it's the higher price homes that are selling for much, much higher than they have in the past, which are bringing these averages and these median sales prices up. The average home in Fawn Lake, like the price point that's kind of in the middle, not the low side, not the high side, but in the middle, those homes are starting to come down in price. So we are seeing that a lot of the homes that last year sold for a certain price, this year they're selling for a little bit less. But the higher price homes in this neighborhood are just continuing to soar and go up more and more. And that is what is impacting these numbers as far as the average sold price and the median sold price. However, According to these numbers and the stats that we have, both the average and the median sold price for the Fawn Lake community is slightly up this year. As far as units sold, we're down about 10%. As of this year, we've had 63 homes sell in the Fawn Lake community, whereas in last year we had 70 homes that sold in the community at year to date. But once again, the average sold price, the original listing price, is 97%. That means over the course of the 11 months of this year, that homes are selling for 3% less than what they are listed for. Once again, another sign that the buyer is starting to have more leverage. So what does this mean if you're listening to this? If you own a home in this neighborhood, depending on if your home's on the higher end, the lower end, as far as the sales price in this neighborhood, your home might have gone up a little, might have gone down a little, but overall, we're seeing that things are, for the most part, pretty flat as far as values go. If you have a higher end home, I do think that it's probably gone up in value. If you have a middle range home, it's probably about the same. A lower range home, it's probably gone down just a little bit in value this year, and that has everything to do with the increased inventory. The demand has decreased slightly, and so that is why we're seeing sales prices do what they're doing. However, if you're looking to buy a home in Fawn Lake, this is as good of a time as any. Inventory is up, demand is down, and you now have more leverage to get a home in here that you will have less competition with. And that's why the previous episode that I created, I went over why buyers should buy a home this winter. And I'm going to stick to that and be consistent with that, because if you are looking to buy a home, now is actually a great time to do so, especially in Fawn Lake. If a seller has their home for sale, it means that they probably really want to get rid of it if they're selling it over the winter. And buyers, you have an opportunity to come on in, find the home that you like with less competition, and probably get it for less than what it's listed for. Yes, the interest rates are about the same as what we've seen for the last few months. Currently, interest rates based on different variables are about 6%, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but they're about 6%. But if you get a home right now and get locked in with these interest rates today, there is still a very good chance that you could refinance in the next year or two at a lower interest rate and shave hundreds of dollars off of your mortgage. But finding a home now with less competition is definitely the opportunity that is in the market if you're looking to buy in Fawn Lake. If you own in Fawn Lake, don't freak out, don't worry. Your home has appreciated so much in value over the last several years. However, selling a home now, if you're looking to do so, is going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take extra patience, and you're probably going to sell your home for less than what you think you could sell it for, just because that's where the market is right now. The last thing I do want to share with you, and this is something that I've helped a lot of clients do this year, and I know that some clients next year will be looking to do the same. A lot of folks love the Fawn Lake community. You don't want to leave here. However, you want a different home. Well, now is a great time to leverage the market to sell and buy, especially for those that are looking to trade up or get something that might be a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. The market condition right now is very good for you to be able to sell your house less than for what maybe you would like, but also to purchase a home for less than what it's listed for, so that you could squeeze into the home that you want. You can trade up, and in the long term, you'll be able to refinance once again in the future when interest rates go down, which is great. But to use the leverage that you have with the equity in the home that you sell to put down as a down payment on a home that you would like to buy in here, this is a great year to do that. It's a great season to do that. So if you're interested in buying a home in here or selling a home or both, make sure that you contact me as soon as you can. Emily and I right now are trying to get ahead of the market with those who are looking to buy or sell, so that we can leverage this market to your advantage. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to us at our website at rockwiserealty.com, or you can go to fawnlakelife.com. In either of those sites, you can contact us, and we would love to answer any questions that you have about this market. With that being said, this will be the last podcast that you probably hear before Christmas time. So I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next episode.